The 1950s were a golden era for cinema, a decade brimming with films that reshaped storytelling, style, and the art of filmmaking itself. From compelling dramas to thrilling noirs, this list showcases 15 must-see movies from the 1950s that every true film buff should experience at least once. Each entry highlights a movie that stood the test of time and cemented its place in cinematic history. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more meticulously curated lists. Stick around to the end. You might find some gems you've yet to watch, and we'd love to hear your picks too. This epic war film, directed by David Lean, stars Alec Guinness, William Holden, and Sesshu Hayakawa in a gripping tale of duty, defiance, and the human cost of war. Set in a Japanese POW camp during World War II, the story centers on British Colonel Nicholson, whose unwavering commitment to military discipline leads him to oversee the construction of a bridge that becomes both a symbol of perseverance and a moral dilemma. The film's sweeping cinematography, Lean's masterful direction, and Guinness' Oscar-winning performance elevate it to a cinematic triumph. The only film directed by Charles Laughton, Night of the Hunter is a gothic fever dream brought to life by Robert Mitchum's terrifying performance as Reverend Harry Powell. Playing a sinister preacher who hunts two children for hidden money, Mitchum's mix of charm and menace is unforgettable. The film's expressionistic cinematography, courtesy of Stanley Cortez, gives it an eerie, almost mythical quality. Initially misunderstood, it's now hailed as one of the greatest American films ever made. Directed by and starring Orson Welles, Touch of Evil is a noir tour de force set on the seedy U.S.-Mexico border. Charlton Heston plays a Mexican narcotics officer who clashes with Welles' corrupt police captain. The movie's iconic opening shot, a continuous 3-minute crane sequence, is pure cinematic genius. Welles' grotesque but brilliant portrayal and the film's gritty atmosphere make it an essential watch for anyone who loves crime dramas. Alfred Hitchcock's thriller about a deadly pact between two strangers is filled with tension and psychological gamesmanship. Farley Granger and Robert Walker shine as the leads, but it's Walker's chilling performance as the unhinged Bruno that steals the show. The tennis match sequence, intercut with a frenzied race against time, is pure Hitchcockian brilliance, a prime example of why he's called the master of suspense. Stanley Kubrick's anti-war opus stars Kirk Douglas as Colonel Dax, a French officer during World War I who defends his men against a court-martial for cowardice. Shot in stark black and white, the movie's trench warfare scenes are both harrowing and artfully composed. Its scathing indictment of military bureaucracy and the dehumanizing effects of war remains as potent today as it was over 6 decades ago. Judy Garland delivers a performance for the ages in George Cukor's musical drama. Playing a rising singer who falls in love with a fading star, James Mason, Garland's vulnerability and powerhouse vocals anchor the film. The musical number, The Man That Got Away, is legendary, showcasing Garland's raw emotional range. This version of A Star Is Born is often regarded as the definitive telling of the story. John Ford's sweeping western stars John Wayne as Ethan Edwards, a morally complex Civil War veteran on a years-long quest to rescue his niece from Native American captors. Ford's use of Monument Valley's breathtaking landscapes contrasts sharply with the story's dark undercurrents. Wayne's layered performance and the film's examination of obsession, racism, and redemption make it a quintessential Western. Billy Wilder's biting satire of Hollywood is as relevant today as it was in 1950. Gloria Swanson's turn as Norma Desmond, a faded silent film star, is both tragic and grotesque. William Holden's portrayal of a down-on-his-luck screenwriter adds depth to this tale of desperation and delusion. The film's iconic line, "I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille," has become a permanent part of pop culture. James Dean's portrayal of troubled teenager Jim Stark made him an icon for a generation. Directed by Nicholas Ray, the film captures the angst and alienation of post-war youth. With unforgettable performances from Natalie Wood and Sal Mineo, This emotionally charged drama remains a landmark in teen cinema. Considered by many as the greatest musical ever made, Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds light up the screen in this joyous celebration of Hollywood's transition from silent films to talkies. From the slapstick hilarity of Make 'Em Laugh to the infectious charm of the titular number, this film is an absolute delight. Hitchcock's psychological thriller stars James Stewart and Kim Novak in a dizzying tale of obsession, identity, and deception. With its innovative use of camera techniques like the dolly zoom and Bernard Herrmann's haunting score, Vertigo has been hailed as one of the greatest films ever made, topping many critics' lists. This courtroom drama, directed by Sidney Lumet, takes place almost entirely in a jury room, where Henry Fonda's juror number 8 persuades his fellow jurors to reconsider their guilty verdict. The film's exploration of justice, prejudice, and moral courage is riveting, proving that a confined setting can still deliver edge-of-your-seat drama. Hitchcock's stylish spy thriller stars Cary Grant as an ad exec caught up in a case of mistaken identity. From the crop duster chase to the nail-biting finale on Mount Rushmore, North by Northwest is a roller coaster ride of suspense, wit, and glamour. Elia Kazan's adaptation of Tennessee Williams' play features powerhouse performances from Marlon Brando and Vivien Leigh. Brando's raw, primal energy as Stanley Kowalski is matched by Leigh's fragile, nuanced portrayal. The film's intensity and dramatic weight remain unparalleled. William Wyler's biblical epic is a monumental achievement in filmmaking. Starring Charlton Heston as the titular Jewish prince turned Roman slave, the film boasts one of the most iconic sequences in cinema history, the chariot race. With its grandeur, emotional depth, and technical mastery, Ben-Hur swept the Oscars with a record 11 wins. Which of these classics is your favorite? Did we miss any gems from the 1950s that you think deserve a spot? Don't forget to explore our curated playlists for more incredible movie recommendations. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the best of cinema.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.